What if I told you that your first client is not a stranger? It is actually somebody that you already know. That's right. Your network is your secret weapon. And today I am going to show you how to unlock the full potential. By the end of this video, I promise you that you will know how to reconnect with your network and ask for referrals without feeling all salesy and all of that kind of stuff. Like, we are going to leverage your connections so that you find real business opportunities. Hey there. It is Tammy, and I am a two-time recovering business owner. And thank you for tuning in to Make It a Double yet again, where I talk all things entrepreneurship and I give actionable advice for those that are employees looking to transition into an entrepreneur. So, in today's topic, I am covering all the things about leveraging your existing network. Look, you've been in this game for 15, 20, 25 years already. I know you know folks. And as a result of that, someone within your network loves what you do, evangelizes about the things that you've done and how you've done them. And they are your number one advocate. And today I'm talking about how we can get them on the bandwagon and help you get to your first client. So, number one, we are reconnecting authentically with those that we've lost touch with. And so what does that mean? So in your network, it's not just a list of names, right? Like, your network are people that you've encountered throughout your career. These are people that you already know. And so if you've been just a little bit out of touch with those folks, it is so important that you reconnect with them, but you do it from a level of authenticity, right? You're not doing it so that it doesn't feel genuine. You're doing it in a authentic way so that it doesn't feel transactional. So how do you do that? You're probably thinking, well, how do I do that? Well, first, when you're crafting your email or you're crafting the text message or whatever, if you're on LinkedIn and you're connected with someone on LinkedIn, or you're looking through your phone and you see, some people that maybe you've lost touch with, start with some gratitude, okay? And reach out to whether they're former colleagues, whether they are mentors, their clients, and thank them for the role that they've played in your career. Like, start with gratitude if you lead with that. And so you might say something like, hey there, Sally, I was just reflecting on my career and I realized how much I've learned in working with you. I hope that you're doing well, right? So that's something that's easy, simple. You're not asking for anything. You're just gently keeping in touch and you're leading with gratitude. So then you also may ask them something genuine of interest. You might ask them how they're doing or how's their career going or how's that project going? That's kind of like the next sentence, right? After you've initially reached out to them. And then next, make sure that you are indeed showing genuine interest. Like, don't do it just to be doing it. Do it from a place of real concern, because people can feel that when they receive a text message or they receive an email. Sometimes it's not about what you say. Sometimes it's about how you say it. People can read in between the lines when it feels very transactional. And I'm sure you've encountered something very similar. But make sure that you are leading with gratitude and you are showing some real interest. People appreciate authenticity, like we all do. And if you reconnect without immediately asking them for anything, it is going to rebuild the trust and it's going to go a long way. All right, number 2, ask for the referral without feeling salesy and sleazy, right? So once you've connected with that person, and let's just say you wait, I don't know, maybe you wait, 15, 30 days or whatever, and you circle back with that particular person, right? One of the easiest ways is when you are circling back with that person, right? Offer them something. Ask them if they can help you with a challenge or a problem, right? offer yourself, offer your skill set, offer your expertise, right? As part of your connection. Yes, you are doing it with some sense of return, but lead with offering something where you can help someone. And so you may say to them, hey, I am looking to work with small business owners who are doing X or needing X. And if you know anyone who might benefit from that, I would love for you to connect me. That's a very easy way. It's a low barrier of intrigue when you are engaging with a person. And it doesn't come off as transactional. People appreciate that. It could be something short, it can be something very sweet, but people really appreciate when you're leading with help as opposed to having your virtual handout, if it will. Number 3, turn your conversation into an opportunity. And so what that means is once you've reconnected with the person and maybe you've already asked them for a referral, right? You're likely to have some level of back and forth conversation. The key is to listen. The key is to make sure that you are identifying needs and you're offering value. So make sure that you are asking a lot of questions. Ask open-ended questions, because what I find is that the more that you can ask open-ended questions, the more insight actually you'll gather as a result of that. So you might say something like, I actually have a checklist that would be helpful. Would you like me to send it over? Right? Now, that can work. I would also say, if you jumped on a quick phone call with somebody, I appreciate emails. I really do. I appreciate the text messages. I really do. But I can tell you for myself that nothing goes over further than when someone picks up the phone and talks to me and calls me. And they may say, hey, Tammy, how's it going? I know you and I have not spoken in a while, but I have just a few questions that I would love to kind of get your insight on. And then we will have a conversation about whatever it is that they happen to have some interest about. So there is nothing like a good old genuine phone call when you are trying to gather information. And that way it doesn't feel transactional. By focusing on the needs and you having the ability to offer some value, you are building trust and you're positioning yourself as a solution and the expert, right? So that's the perfect way to do it. Now, like I said before, your network is not just a list of contacts, is not just a whole bunch of people that you know on social media, random folks that are in your phone, right? Leverage your network. And let's say that maybe you didn't keep in touch with people that you've worked with. There are other people in your network, right? Whether those are people, your family members, right? They know people at your church. That's a great way to network. Also, if you're involved with professional associations and organizations, things like that, then that's another way that you can become a little bit more involved. If you volunteer, and I've said this before in one of my past videos, if you volunteer, that is the perfect way to get talking to people and letting people know about some of the things that you've got going on and how you're trying to help people. So don't just think of your network as people that you only work with. Start to look outside of that as well. It can be your neighbors. Maybe you've got some really great neighbors and you've invited them over for a few drinks or whatever. You can talk to them about some of the things that you've been working on, right? So there are always people in your network, immediate network, that are always ready to evangelize about the things that you're either doing or things that you have done. Well, I hope you found this video to be really helpful. And if you have, go ahead and drop me something in the comments. Listen, I love you guys when you make comments. I always make sure to respond to every single comment because I know that, sometimes we look at videos and we don't comment or whatever. And then when we do, we're actually pleasantly surprised when someone or when the person of that channel, when they respond back to you. So I know how good it feels and I actually love doing it. So again, I hope you found this video to be really helpful. I am Tammy with Make It a Double and I am out.